Hi, everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday to you, my friends. Hello to everybody in YouTube land. Facebook will be making their way in here in just a second. Hello, Anita. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Mary. Colleen, Gail, Cindy. It's so good to see everybody. Kim said she was making onion rings. I'm on my way to her house. Who's with me? She's not just making onion rings, y'all. She's actually like cutting up like real. She's making real onion rings. She's not just like heating up some frozen ones, which is what I would do. She's making real ones. I'm on my way. Oh my goodness. Buffalo wings, if you have the place, they make the best onion rings, says Blossom. Listen, there's nothing like that around here. The best I can do is frozen ones. Oh, but gosh, I wish I had some wings too. It sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. How are you guys doing? Did you guys have a good weekend? Hey, I want to say thank you to everybody who came to hang out with me and Colleen on Saturday for our Saturday streams. Listen, we didn't get anything done. I made one pair of earrings. That was pretty much the extent of it, which is really funny because I had like 4 pieces of jewelry in mind that I was hoping to make. And we ended up doing a whole lot of talking instead of making. And I have a feeling that our Saturday streams will be like that, where we will do a lot of talking. But I promise you, we actually will make jewelry in the upcoming ones. I promise. I promise. Because that really was my intentions. It's just fun to be casual and to chat. We did a lot of the chatting part. So for those of you who are like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that again because y'all didn't make anything, even though nobody has really said that to me. But I mean, some of you might be thinking it. I promise we will make jewelry the next time. We will. We will. Oh my goodness. So it was fun. It was fun. And then you guys, all of the people who went to Straighten Your Crown group last night to hang out with Colleen's very first live there all by herself, she did amazing. And I cannot begin to tell you how much I appreciate your support, not just of me, but of her. She's incredible. And I'm really looking forward to seeing her spread her wings. And this is the place for her to do that. And you guys are making it possible for her to do that. So I can't tell you how much that means to me, because I mean, that's my girl. And like, I'm crazy protective over her. And I wouldn't just let her out into the world if I thought that, you guys were going to come after her or hurt her feelings or like make her feel bad. And I know that you guys don't do that because that's what we pride ourselves on with this community. So, it was a safe place for her. It continues to be a safe place for you all. And I'm really happy the way that it went. So, we all love Colleen. She's a special, super special person. So I get to share her with you guys, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, she is hilarious. She really is funny. She's she's gonna find her groove. She was like so worried. I don't know what she's so worried about. She's going to find her groove, and it's going to be an amazing live that everybody is going to, look forward to every week. And I think that there is a need for it. And she's our angel. So yeah, love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So let's discuss. Let's see. So we got all of that out of the way. I want everybody to know that I am doing a bargain bead box today. Listen, I have had some people say, I don't understand why you're not doing bargain bead box anymore. You're always doing stuff with Sam. Well, I am always doing stuff with Sam, but I do save a day every month to do Bargain Bead Box. However, last month for the Bargain Bead Box Day, it fell right on that Memorial Day weekend stretch, and so I didn't do Bargain Bead Box last month. I apologize for that. I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to do it, but I hope that I can, make up for it by doing it today. So I've got Bargain Bead Box. We're going to do a design on the fly. We're going to go through the box first, and then we're going to put a little something together. I kind of have something in mind, but I'm not sure because I actually have 4 or 5 different ideas for what I wanted this project to be, and I couldn't decide. So I was like, we'll make it a design on the fly and we'll just decide together. So that's the plan. That's the plan. I just want y'all to know I haven't given up on Bargain Bead Box. Those people are amazing, and they really, really are super, super supportive of me and so many other artists in this industry. And so I don't ever want to leave them out. They definitely have a very they hold a big place in my heart, and most definitely helped me to create kits for you guys. If it weren't for Bargain Bead Box and Sam and Danielle, I wouldn't be able to put together the kits that I do for you guys. So always want to show my support for them. As always, you guys can use my coupon code. It's SED2 to get $2 off of your first subscription with Bargain Bead Box. If you're already subscribed and you just make orders over there, be sure that you drop a little note to them and let them know that you came over there from me. I always like to be sure that we are kind of letting them know that our community supports them and that I continue to support them. So, yeah. Let's see, what else do I need to tell you guys? I can't really think of anything. Oh wait, no, I do need to talk to you guys about next week, because you guys know the 4th of July is coming up next week. So I will remind all of you about this again on Friday, because I know we've still got a whole week in front of us, and I know that people tend to forget, but we'll make a post so that everybody remembers as well. So next week on Tuesday there will be no live, because that is the 4th of July. It is a holiday, and I'm doing all the holiday things. Q's family's coming in. My mom's going to be here. We're having a big 4th of July shindig, if you will. And so obviously I won't be here to do hold on. Do you wait to show Bargain Bead Box and Sam's Box until people have received theirs? Yes, I do, Nancy. I do my best. That's why I always wait till the end of the month for both of those, because I want to be sure that everybody gets them and I don't spoil anything for anybody. Yeah, I am. I'm going to have a full house, and I'm going to do, 4th of July party things. And I hope that you guys are all going to be doing party things as well. So you won't need me on Tuesday. Hardwired will be meeting on Thursday, so we'll be making up for that weekly project, but you guys will just be missing me on Tuesday. And then I will, be back with you guys on Friday. It'll just be a regular week next week, except for the fact that there won't be a live on Tuesday. But the point is, long story short, you won't miss me, because you're probably going to be doing holiday things too. Sit there. I don't know why I could have just shortened that to start with. You guys know I'm super long-winded. I don't know why you hang out with me. So yes. So no live on the 4th next week, but the rest of the week is still the same as usual. Anything else I need to tell you guys? I don't think that there's anything else pressing at the moment. Let's get into this, shall we? So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Bargain Bead Box is one of the monthly subscription services that is available for beady goodness. And who doesn't love beady goodness? For less than $20 a month, you can subscribe to the Bargain Bead Box, and they send you a curated box of goodies every single month. It has always got a theme. It is always a beautiful color palette. There's beads, there's findings, there's chain, there's lots of wonderful things each and every month. And I think it is a great way to kind of expand your creativity and your skills, because sometimes you might get a palette that you don't love, and it's good to do that. It's good to get things that you might not necessarily pick out to work with, to really kind of expand your creativity and get you to think outside the box. I know that some people don't particularly like yellow, and there's yellow in this one, so I feel like that, like, it's always trying to help stretch your creativity, which I think is amazing. And again, like I said, it's less than $20, and when you subscribe with or without my coupon code, you have access to Bead Box bargains. Now, I realize that you have access to Bead Box bargains anyway, even if you don't subscribe to the Bargain Bead Box. However, you don't get that 30% off coupon. So if you're subscribed to Bead Box bargains, you get a 30% off coupon that you can use in, wait a minute, if you subscribe to Bargain Bead Box, you get a 30% off coupon that you can use at Bead Box bargains, which is the same site, but that's their wholesale shopping situation, right? Situation. I don't know. I use that word when I can't think of anything else. And It's really awesome for people like me who don't have a wholesale license, but I get that deep, deep discount. It makes me feel like I do have a wholesale license, and it enables me to buy in bulk. Now, I realize not everybody wants to buy in bulk or needs to buy in bulk, and that's okay too. Your 30% off coupon is still going to work beautifully. And you can use the coupon more than once in a month, which I also love, because a lot of times I will make huge purchases, sometimes 2 or 3 a month, and I can continue to use that 30% off coupon, which I think is great. They also have a Facebook group. So if you're looking for inspiration of things to do with the items that you get in your bargain bead box, you can be a part of their Facebook group and look at all of the amazing art and beautiful jewelry that other people are putting together using the box. So yeah, I love the Bead Box Bargain and the Bargain Bead Box. I love the people that work there. They are super kind. It's an amazing small business that I definitely feel like we need to continue to support, because they support all of us. Their customer service is top notch, and they're just good people. They're just good people. I get excited when I can support a small business, because I'm right in the same boat as them. So yeah. All right, let's see. Let's get to it. Nicole's dropping all the links. Everybody's here. Oh, everybody is so kind. I love you guys so much. All right, I'm gonna get you guys turned around. So there's something that I noticed about the bead box bargains, bargain bead box, the shipment, if you will. Let me pull down my thing here. All right, I'll let you guys up just a little bit, just trying to adjust here. So one of the things that I noticed, and I can't help but think that they might have done this because of me. They probably didn't, but I think it's awesome. So you guys know that I was like forever losing my paper, right? The paper that tells all of the things that are in the box. And people get so frustrated with me. They're like, why don't you just take a picture of it? Why did you lose your card that tells you all that? Okay, so Bargain Bead Box has made it easy for me now. Now it's on there. It's on the package. I don't have to have the card because it's on the package. And I'm telling you, there's a little part of me that thinks that they did it for me because of that. So I can very easily go through all of the items, and I don't have to worry that I've lost my paper. All right, so we've got Malaysian Jade dyed quartz oval pendant. Yep, they labeled and priced all of them, which I absolutely love. How beautiful is that? Come on. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. All right, we've got some crackle agate faceted rounds. These are super pretty as well. Y'all have to excuse me. I have an injury. I always have an injury. I have a very bad injury on this thumb. And so I don't have a whole lot of thumb strength at the moment, so I apologize. It's probably going to take me a minute to open. Oh my gosh, look at the pink. Makes me wish my fingers were still that color. Oh, so, so pretty. So this is 6mm crackle agate beads. Oh, so, so pretty. We've got lantern beads in amethyst. Pauline says, what did you do to your finger? I don't want to talk about it, but I can promise you that it is incredibly painful. It is, y'all. You guys know I'm particularly accident prone when it comes to my hands, and my thumbs are the worst. And this injury that I currently have, it's keeping me up at night. That's how bad it is. All right, I've got deep orange crackle agate. Oh, that's a pretty orange. And I'm not even much of an orange person, but I kind of love that. So bright and fabulous. All right, let's see. So I'm in love with these. In love with these. You had the right thumb now, what, 6 months ago? Yeah. Yeah. So I healed one thumb and destroyed the other. These are probably my favorite beads in the entire box this month. Love these. So these are 14mm crystal faceted coin beads in that gorgeous magma color, which is one of my absolute favorites. You guys, if you've been with me a while, you know that I have a stash of nothing but this magma color. I don't use it. I just hoard it because I'm a weirdo. So there's that. All right, let me open up the next one. Yeah, I need some iron gloves for sure. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. All right, 8mm crystal faceted bold cut round beads in magenta. Oh, those are so pretty too. Those look really pretty with those lantern beads, those purple. Yes, yes, yes. So pretty. All right, we've got another strand that I love. So we've got bicone beads in that Magma AB. Again, it's that color that I'm obsessed with. So, oh, I love, 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 love. We've got these two little babies. I wish that I could open things correctly. The pink crackle agate teardrops. These are really beautiful too. How pretty are those? I love those. I'm a huge fan of crackle agate. I don't know how you all feel about crackle agate, but I really love it. It has so okay. My robot thought I was talking about him. It adds such cool texture to your designs. All right, we've got some crackle agate in maroon. These are really pretty too. I love that. It's kind of an unexpected, deeper color. I love that. All right, and then this is that yellow I was talking about. Some people get a little shy about their yellows, but so these are. Oh, I put this in the wrong package. My package says gold plated and cubic zirconia sun pendant. No, these are yellow. Of course. These are yellow, and I lost the little paper, but you can see these are faceted yellow wonderful beads. I don't know what happened to the bag that actually goes with those. I don't know. I'm not sure. We have some teal lantern beads. That lantern shape is one of my favorites right now. I love the lantern shape beads, and I love the inclusion of that color. How beautiful is that? All right, now we're getting down to the metals here. I've got one more. I've got a carved agate oval bead. This one's really, really pretty. Ouch. Yours was mislabeled too, or maybe that's what it was. But look how pretty that is. So this is I just tossed the thing aside. I just said it was agate, didn't I? Oh, yeah. Carved agate oval bead in this like pinky color. So pretty. All right, now let's look at the metals. So we have a gold-plated brass magnetic clasp, which I love. I love a magnetic clasp. I'm a sucker for that. Actually, I want to take this out and let's see the magnet strength on this, because honestly, I'm kind of picky. Yes, I'm using my mouth to open things. I'm kind of picky about my magnets. I need them to be super strong. Well, yep, that one is super strong because I can't open it. Oh, yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Sometimes you get magnetic clasps and they're not quite strong enough. I need them to be super, super strong. That one is a nice, strong magnet. So that's well done. Well done indeed. We've got bead caps, which is one of my very favorite things in the entire world to get from Bead Box Bargains. If you need to stock up on bead caps, that's a great place to do it. Bead caps and metal beads. It's a great place to fill up your stash with those things. Here are some spacer beads here. Rondelle spacer beads, 10 grams. There's a bunch. So like I said, if you need bead caps and spacer beads, it's a great place to do that for sure. Use that 30% off coupon. There is chain, which I always appreciate. I love when there is chain included because it usually matches everything. I mean, I think that's kind of the point. But it's really helpful to have it so I don't have to go searching through my own stash. I can just grab what is already there for me, which is fantastic. Let's open this because I'm pretty sure I'm going to use some of this today. Oh, my thumb, you guys. I kind of want to cry when I use it for anything. That's really pretty. All right. And then last but not least, we have our suns here. So I've got two 18 karat gold plated brass sun charms, which are beautiful. Look how pretty those are. Really love those. And then we've got the big one. So this one is the 18 karat gold plated brass and cubic zirconia sun pendant. I love that there are more than one focal, right? There's more than one focal here. So that's gorgeous. My goodness, that's pretty. Wow. So you've got a lot of options here, right? We've got a couple of focal options as far as like what you could use as your focal for a pendant or for earrings, right? As far as like what, like these, but you could also use some of the bigger beads like these for focals as well. So I love it. There's always a lot included in the box, right? For less than 20 bucks, you can't beat that. You've got a huge selection of beads. I very rarely use every single bead, so I always have leftovers, which I think is awesome, right? And then I can also shop. So I can grab extras, right? At they usually send out an email that says the extras from the previous, box for the month. They let you know when they've got the extras. If you want to grab some more of the crackle agates in whatever color, if you want some of the lantern beads or some of these awesome coin beads, they tell you so that you can go and grab some of the extras if you need them or want them. And then you also can look through all of the other beads that they have, which is awesome, and use that 30% off coupon if you've got it and you are subscribed. I love it. It's one of my very, very favorite places to shop for beads, and they're always adding new things to the site. And I don't know that it's every single day, but it's near 2 or 3 times a week they upload new things. So I check back on the Beadbox Bargain site on a regular basis just to see what new things they've added. So I highly, highly recommend. Highly recommend. All right. So let's see here. Let's do a little design on the fly. I've got some issues going on here with my tripod. I don't know what is going on, but I rearranged my desk, and for some reason something weird happened with my tripod there. That's a little better. Okay. So I don't really have anything in mind. I mean, I do actually. I have several things in mind that I could do with this. But what I was thinking was, first of all, let me show you what my original idea was. And I'm not going to do it, but I wanted to show it to you. I'm not going to do it just because it would take a little bit of time to do, but I think it's a really cool inspiration idea for those of you who might be looking for something to make with this. So I was thinking it would be really cool to do an asymmetrical necklace, and not entirely sure what beads I was going to use and how it was all going to come together, but I was thinking of doing like having the focal part of this, whether it was this or, using this and something else. Like I could even hang those behind that as like a dangle with some chain back behind there. Basically what I was thinking was I could take like a couple of strands of beads and make like a beaded chain, right? Do a couple of strands, drape, and then do a single strand this way and have this off center. So like to the left or to the right, have your drapes go in this way and then it go to a single strand. That's kind of what I originally wanted to put together. And then I was like, I don't know, that's going to take me a while because of making the beaded chain. And like, we don't have a ton of time for that. So I was thinking instead of doing that, even though I love that idea, somebody out there, please make that. I was thinking, what if instead I still do something that's multi-strand and maybe take my lantern beads. Ooh, Louisa from Misty Moon Designs just posted a video of her new lighting rig for videos. It's awesome. You should check it out. Wanda, can you send me a link in my, can you send me a message that's got a link in it? Please, please, please. Cause I definitely want to see that and I don't want to forget. And I know that I will. So what if I do a multi-strand in the front, maybe not off center, but do in the front. Thank you, Wanda. I love you. And pop a focal in it and then I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to do short strands, but what I want is I want to add a focal. So let me grab some bead stringing wire. Let's grab some, we need some crimps. Grab some crimps. And we got some wire guardians in the house. I think we do. Oh, but these are all silver and I need gold. Okay. Hold on. Let's rethink that. Going to have to look for the gold things. Let's see. All right, I've got some gold crimps. Do I have any gold wire guardians? I'm not sure if I do, to be honest with you. Oh, I do. I do. All right, that works. Here's a few. Okay, so let's do a little crimpy crimp. Grab my crimping tool here. All right, so I've got some bead stringing wire. I'm going to thread on my crimp. My wire guardian. Y'all, I don't like to just like continue to talk about my injuries because I don't want y'all to think that I'm like looking for sympathy, but I do want to tell you that my thumb hurts so bad that I would love to just cut it off. That's how bad it hurts all the way up into my shoulder. That's how bad it hurts. It is an extreme amount of pain, and I need it to go away because it's very difficult to get anything done when you have pain like that. All right, so you want to be sure that your bead string and wire is not crisscrossing inside there. Now I'm not even sure which direction mine's going, so I have to double check. All right, I think we're good. Okay, place it in the back notch, give it a squeeze. I am going to tug on that because lately I've not been able to get my crimps nice and tight. I think it's because I need a new crimper tool. So I've been really trying to double check. I think that's good. I think I need a new crimper. I can tell because you can see how there's daylight between, see how the tip's not touching anymore? That means I'm not getting, it's not closing all the way. I need to replace my crimper. Which stinks because I'm afraid I'm going to get this whole thing together and then it's going to fall apart because that crimp is not quite, but I tested it. So, okay. So I'm going to do the bottom strand here with the purple because I think the purple is really beautiful. All right, let's take a look at how many beads we've got because I want to separate these out evenly. Again, it's a design on the fly, so I wasn't super prepared for numbers here. All right, I've got one and I've got one in my hand. Y'all are talking about that paying for. I love the paying for, and I have to, it looks like I'm not the only one. It's like, you gotta be careful. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'll pay for this 4 times. I can totally pay for this 4 times. That works for me, right? Yeah, I get it. Okay, so separating my beads out. I'm gonna use some bead caps. Flo just ordered a new pair of crimpers for the same reason. Yeah, I need to. Sharon says a thumb or finger injury can hurt so bad, all the nerves in there, it can make you feel sick. Yes. I don't, it's really unfortunate because number one, I need my thumb. But number two, I keep hurting my fingers and I use them. And like, you're right. The pain in my thumb goes all the way to my shoulder. It is like, it feels like I currently have it smashed in a door. That's what it feels like. Like currently, even though it's just right here, it feels like it is currently smashed in something. It hurts so bad. All right, I'm going to do a spacer bead. And I'm going to do... You see Sam? Sam is here? I didn't see Sam. Where is Sam? Okay, so there's 2. Spacer bead. Maybe it's not broken. It's not. It's definitely not broken. I promise. We do love Sam. All right. So sometimes I do my little beads in groups of 2s. Sometimes I do them in groups of 3s. I'm doing 2s today. I don't know, just kind of feeling those 2s. Maybe I'll switch it up the next strand up. Okay, so now I'm to the center. And I want to hang this, but I need to protect it from the bead stringing wire. And so first, I'm going to have to grab a jump ring from somewhere. I have to find my jump rings first, my gold jump rings. Nope. I never find what I need when it comes to gold colored things. I guess I just don't use it a lot, so like I kind of wish they had included jump rings because I needed them. You know, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. My apologies. That snuck in here out of nowhere. A little sneezy. All right, so there's a jump ring on that. Now, let's see. How shall we do this? I've got a little spacer bead here that'll work. Thank you. Is that from the robot? It's definitely the robot. He's being a little extra today. He's happy to be out of the closet, and yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put a metal bead on there. I don't know if this jump ring is gonna be big enough. We may have to use 2 metal beads. We'll see. Yeah, so 2 metal beads. 2 metal beads will keep that jump ring from touching, the bead stringing wire. So these metal beads are actually from Bargain Bead Box Bargains as well. They were just from something different. So again, if you need metal beads, they're definitely the place to stock up on those. All right, so there's that. All right, so I'm just going to repeat this pattern. Susie says, if anyone tells you you don't need more beads, unfriend them. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. That's what I'm saying. I don't need that kind of negativity. Come on. I love it. I love it. We have the best community here. Thank you, Cecilia, for using our super stickers. I love it. I love it. I love it when I see those pop up. It's so cool. Wanda's going to have to pick up the pace. Wanda, what are you picking up the pace about? I feel like I'm missing something. Pick up the pace. Whatever it is. Boot scooting with Beth and Dina says, so should I divorce my husband? Is he telling you you have too many beads? I mean, that's a deal breaker for me. I would never tell you to get divorced. But I am saying that's some negativity that we just don't have. We don't have room for that kind of negativity in our lives. Listen. But I look at it as like, you know how I have to have my coffee in the morning so people don't, so people can stay alive. So I feel about my beads too. I have to have beads in my life so that people stay alive. So just let him know that his life depends on your beads. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kidding. All right. It is definitely difficult to use this thumb. Oh my. It's so dumb because it's just a finger, but it causes so many problems when they are injured. I can't hold on to anything. My goodness. All right. So there's my, y'all. My crimp is up on top of my wire guardian. It's just not going my way today. There we go. Back down through that crimp. And let's take it down through a bead or two too so that I can I can get a better hold of it. That'll help. All right. Again, making sure that your bead string and wire is not crossing inside that crimp. That middle bead is sitting crooked, but that's okay. Give that a squeeze. Turn that sideways. Give it another squeeze. A little concerned about crimps being tight. I probably have another pair of crimpers around here somewhere. I should just dig them out instead of buying a new one, but all right, so that's going to be our bottom strand. I really love it with the pendant on it. Now, I'm not 100% sure that that's the only thing I'm going to do as far as the dangle is concerned, but now I want to do two more. I want to do two more strands because I love this color combo. So with the next, your favorite color is orange? Awesome. So apparently the robot's favorite color is orange, and he felt like he needed to tell us all that. So nice. Okay, so with this one, I don't think I'm going to put any metal beads on this one. I think that might help to make it a little bit shorter. We'll see. All right, let's do another little crimp. Pushing through the pain for all of us, says Gina. I mean, I can't stop, right? It's not like I can take a day off because my thumb hurts. That's why it's so frustrating. It's like, it's just a finger. You know what I mean? But it's amazing how much you use that finger, even on your non-dominant hand. Like, washing my hair today. It's like one of the most painful things in the entire universe. And it was ridiculous. Like, it's just a finger. But yeah. All right. Yeah, I definitely need a better crimper, y'all. It's that time. It's that time. Okay. So this one I'm going to string up without any metal. We'll see if it makes it short enough. If it doesn't, we may have to take a bead off. Because I want the strands to be like gradually shorter, right? But I don't want it to be like, sometimes when I do multi-strand designs, I like for there to be at least a ½ inch between the strands as far as length is concerned. This one, I want it to be a little bit closer together because I want it to seem nice and full. So I don't know that I need a full ½ inch, if that makes sense. So exactly. Ruth says it's like that with most body parts. You don't realize how much you use them until one of them's injured. 100%. 100%. These are so pretty. These match my fingernails. Loving that color. All right, hold on. Let's see. Okay. hopefully this will work. Oh my gosh, Nicole, thank you for reminding me and everybody else. So Hardwired is open for enrollment. Yep, that's not going to be long enough. Huh. All right. Well, we're going to add metal beads to it then, I guess. So Hardwired is open for enrollment this week through probably the beginning of next week. So those of you who are interested in joining the Hardwired group, your window for enrollment is now open. We would love to have you. We really, really would. That's for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, that's my paid group where we get together twice a week. We do a weekly project. And then the second time we get together, we do casual, just fun, usually another project, but something that is easier than the weekly project. We have a small community and we would love to have you be a part of it if you are interested. We only open for enrollment once a month. It falls at the end of the month and the beginning of the next month. And that just so happens to be happening right now. There are links in the comments section here from the team. I can't believe I forgot. It's funny because when I was getting ready, I was like trying to remind myself of all of the things I needed to tell everybody. And that was one of them. And I completely forgot. All right. So I added gold beads to the ends. It's still going to be a little short, I think. Shorter than what I wanted it to be. But I think it'll be okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and crimp it. That next strand up is definitely going to be shorter, so we won't be using all of the beads for it. What beading wire am I using? I am using some 19 strand bronze color in 0.46 millimeter. I tend to stick with the bronze when I'm doing gold. Not that Beadalon doesn't have gold colored bead string wire. They do. But I like the bronze when I do gold stuff because it just kind of disappears. It's a great neutral. All right. So again, you want to be sure that your bead string wire is not crossing inside there. You can go down into a bead or two if you want to. Okay. All right. We're going to trim off. Nancy is confused about the 0.46 thing. Well, you know what? I can help you with that. So let's talk about it real quick. All right. So the 0.18 inch and the 0.46 millimeter, this measurement refers to the diameter of the wire. And so the diameter of the wire that I am using is 0.46 millimeters. That's the size of that wire. And of course let's see. And I always get it confused. The bigger the number, right, the thicker the wire. I always get that part mixed up because it's the opposite of what I always think that it is. But the 0.46 is the one that I go to the most, just because it's a really good universal size for most beads. Now, if you are looking to fill up a bead that has a larger hole, you're going to want a larger diameter bead stringing wire. And Beadalon makes it really convenient for you by adding the hardware sizes to here. So the 0.46 millimeter is going to work with a number 1 crimp tube crimp bead or a number 2 crimp tube. That's really important because you want your hardware to match your bead stringing wire, right? You don't want to use a number 3 crimp tube on a bead stringing wire that's super thin, or it's not going to crimp down on it correctly. So don't get that confused with this number. This number is how much you've got. So I've got 100 feet, which is that 30.5 meters. That's how much I have. But the smaller numbers over here, that's going to be the diameter of the size of that wire. The thicker the diameter, the larger the hole on the bead, right? You want to use the size diameter wire that's going to fill up the most of the hole, right? So that you have less abrasion there. That's why all of that is super important. So yeah. Heather says, yes, craft wire is the opposite. 24 gauge is thinner than 20 gauge. Yeah. So it's the bigger the number, the thicker the diameter for bead stringing wire. And it's the opposite with craft wires. Absolutely. Thank you. Cause I always get that super confused. Maria says, I like the 7-strand. I always use it. So 19 strand is a nice middle of the road kind of bead string and wire. It's nice and supple. It's got a nice drape to it, but it does have a little bit of structure. So the difference between your bead stringing wires, you've got your 49 strand, your 19 strand, and your 7 strand. And the difference is that number right there tells you how many wires are twisted together. So the 49 strand is actually 49, and there's a picture of it right here, 49 steel wires that have been twisted together, and then they're coated in that nylon coating that's holding it all together to make it a single strand. The 49 strand is the most supple, has the most drape. It's the most flexible out of all three, right? So if you want a very fluid, liquid type drape, you're going to go with the 49 strand. The 19 strand is 19 of those strands. It's got a little bit stronger structure to it. It has good flexibility and nice drape to it, but it's a little less fluid and flexible than the 49 strand. Whereas the 7 strand is the strongest, has the strongest structure to it. Not the strongest wire, okay, because they're all super strong. It has the strongest structure to it. It is only 7 of the steel wires put together. So it doesn't have all of that drape and flexibility. It's got a lot of structure to it. Now, doesn't make it any less of a bead stringing wire. It is the most cost effective out of all of them, but it's not, you don't want to buy your bead stringing wire based on cost, right? You want to buy your bead stringing wire based on what your project is. So if you're looking for structure, right? If you're making like a pendant out of your bead stringing wire, or you need a nice strong structure, you're going to go with that 7-strand wire. If you need something that's a little bit more fluid, you're going to go with the 19. If you need something that is very liquidy, you're going to go with the 49 strand, right? The 49 strand is the most expensive, not because it's the best, but because it has the most wires, right? Because you're paying for each one of those little individual wires. So the price point is not about beginner to intermediate to advanced. That's not what that price point is. The price point is literally about the number of the wires. And that's how you determine which one you need for your project. They all have a place in jewelry making. So definitely want you to know that that's the way you should be choosing your wire, not based on, well, I need the most expensive because I'm advanced. That's not really the way that it works. It is based on your project need, not based on your cost or your skill level. Okay. Because I feel like a lot of people get that confused and think, well, I'm a beginner, so I'm just going to stick with the 7-strand. It's the cheapest. And no, because you're not going to get the same look out of it. It's made for something different than what you're doing probably. So why is the drape better in the 49 strand and the 7-strand firmer? I'm not entirely sure, Debbie, what it is that causes it to be that way. All I know is that it is that way. I'm not entirely sure why, because you're right. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, does it? You would think that it would be the other way around. You really would think it would be the other way around. Okay. So for this strand, I think I'm just gonna, it's not going to take a lot of beads for this strand. And then we're just going to bundle them all together and use some of that chain for our link. So I know this is not a super hard project, but again, this was a design on the fly. And at this point, we've only got about 10 minutes left. So, right, Wanda, that's perfect. That's exactly the way you need to be thinking about your projects and your bead stringing wire. So Wanda says, I think about how flexible I need my bead stringing wire to be. Do I need the wire to hold its shape, or do I need it to drape? That's exactly how you need to be shopping for your bead stringing wire, because not all bead stringing wires are one size fits all, not just in diameter, but in project need, right? Sometimes you need the structure from that 7 strand. And then other times you need that supple drape from the 49 strand. It really just kind of depends. You're still going to get drape from the 7 strand. I don't want anybody to misunderstand. You're still going to get drape. It's just going to hold its drape. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you're going to get a U shape out of it, but it's going to be kind of a stiffer U shape, which, you know, depending on what your project needs are, that can be exactly what you need. So. All right, so let's put 2 metal beads on the end of this one. All right. I love it. I love it. Nicole says, surprisingly, I like how the red focal goes with the blue strand. Would have never thought of putting them together. That's the joy of the bargain bead box and playing around with, you know, because I'll be honest with you, this is not a color palette I would ever just go to my beads and pick out. It's not a color palette I wouldn't necessarily, you know, design with, but I've got it in front of me and it works and it's beautiful. And I love to see like what's possible. You know, that's the way I feel about the Sam Speed boxes too. It's like, I like to see all of the possibilities and what is possible, what looks good together. What are things that what are the things that I would put together myself? And then what are the things that I wouldn't put together, you know, and try it, see what it looks like, and really kind of expands your creativity, at least for me, you know, because I definitely wouldn't just go pick this color palette out, because it's not really a color palette I would use on a regular basis. That doesn't make it any less beautiful though, that's for sure, because it really is nice. All right, put my 2 metal beads on this one. So somebody had asked in the comments earlier, I don't know if you're still here or not, I hope that you are, had asked about me if I'm going to be teaching at the JTV Customer Experience this year. I just got an email this morning with more of the details about the JTV Customer Experience, and I haven't made a decision one way or another, but I am considering it. The reason that I haven't made a decision about it yet is because it falls on a Friday, which is also a Feel Good Friday. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. It's not until September. I do have to make a decision soon, but the event itself is in September. No, I'm using 19 strand, Renee. We were just talking about all the different strands. Robot snoring now. Okay, so now I'm going to put all of these together, right? And let's see here. Do I have a big enough jump ring? I think I do. I have a cluster of jump rings here. Oh, there's one. Let's get another one. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Ah! I just dropped that in the floor. I want to see Sarah do a secret Feel Good Friday from a utility closet at JTV. You are so funny, Wanda. Hey, don't put it past me. I know where all the utility closets. I literally just thought of the perfect closet when you said that. Like, I may not have. It's may have been a couple of years since I worked there, but I know the perfect closet to do that. It's funny because when Christian used to work there, she used to nap in that closet, and I'm like, that's how I know the perfect closet for something like that. It's also a good closet for taking a nap. Too funny. Okay, let's add the chain. One of my cats is crying very loudly. Not sure why. All right, let's go put this end on the other side. So I'm not going to trim my chain up and put my hardware and stuff on the back, just because we most definitely are running out of time here. But so what I originally wanted to do, and just don't have enough time to do it, is I actually wanted to take some of the chain and do a couple of drapes of the chain in here as well to make this really, really full, you know, to run the chain back and forth, maybe do like three drapes of the chain at the top of all of my beads. And then, you know, but I don't have a ton of time to do all of that. So we're going to leave this as it is. Let's see. All right. I'm going to turn you around and let's put this on the bust and see what it looks like. Just a little design on the fly, right? I mean, we didn't do anything super major. We just did a little bit of stringing. Totally fine. Totally fine. I'm going to double this over on the bust here. So my top strand's a little short. I'm not going to lie. Little short. It needed one more bead. But it's still really pretty. I love this color palette. Again, that's not necessarily a color palette I would have chosen, but I love, love, love. So that top strand, this pink right here, it needed one more bead to be the same length as, right, the same distance apart as these two. So I'm going to go back in here in just a few minutes and add one more bead to that. I'm going to restring it. I just don't want to make you guys wait because we've been here for an hour. So I am going to go ahead and let you go. And get on with the rest of your day. But yeah, if you wanted to recreate this, definitely add one more bead to that pink strand. And then, like I said, I really wanted to do like some drapes of chain in this as well. Probably up here at the top. Sorry, I know my fingers are in the way. Up at the top, I was thinking like maybe 3 drapes of chain. And then instead of chain for the length, maybe doing a beaded chain with like the other crackle agate or something. I don't know. Or just maybe just some more chain, but I love that multi-strand look, you know, and they're not super long. So it's going to look really nice, like kind of short, like a 17 to 18 inch necklace is going to look really, really good. And you're still going to be able to see that pendant. So there you go, guys. That was just our little quick design on the fly with our bargain bead box. I think that is such a pretty color palette. Very unexpected for me because, like I said, it's not necessarily a color palette that I would necessarily be drawn to. But I think that's the beauty of the bargain bead box, as well as the Sam's box and all the other curated boxes that are out there, because number one, it's like Christmas, right? You get the boxes in the mail, you get to open them up, and it's a surprise to see what's in there. And number two, it really kind of helps to expand your creativity, because it forces you sometimes to use colors that you're not super comfortable using, like these. This is not necessarily a color palette that I would be drawn to, but now that I know that it works, like now I can reuse this color palette in my other designs, maybe by reordering these beads from Bead Box Bargains, or or just going into my own stash and seeing what I have and putting these colors together again. So I see the value all the way around for the curated bead boxes that are monthly. I really love the bargain bead box for so many reasons. So it's definitely one of my favorites, but there are others out there that you guys can check out for sure. Sam's bead box being one of those. You guys know how I feel about it and Sam, and and it's an amazing box. Price point is most definitely different than the bead box bargains and the bargain bead box, which is good because there's something for everybody out there, right? And then there are a lot of other bead box subscriptions that kind of fall in between. So check them out, because it's a great way not to just build your stash, but to also kind of expand your creativity. So couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier about that. Thank you guys. Just because there's so much sparkles. I do love the sparkles. I do. I'm all about the sparkle. All right, guys. So I'm headed out. Thank you so much for joining me and letting me be a part of your afternoon. I appreciate it. I'm glad that we got to get together and do this bargain bead box. It's always fun to get together and do that. And it's been a while since we've done a design on the fly. So this was a lot of fun. I hope that I inspired you for sure. I know it was just a quick and easy little project, but I think the results are really awesome, right? Beautiful jewelry does not have to be a representation of every single skill that you've ever learned. Right? So, all right, I'm going to go. Don't forget, Hardwired is open for enrollment this week. If you are interested, we want to have you. So come and join us over in the Hardwired group. Hardwired, you guys, I'll be meeting together with you at 4 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. So I'll be seeing you guys here shortly. I'm going to go take some pain medicine. And I'll be back, you guys, on Friday at 1 p.m. for our Feel Good Friday show. I'll be starting to work on those kits later today. So, who knows what they're going to be, but I'm sure there'll be something great. Have an amazing rest of your afternoon, guys. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye.